Hello, this is Kim from Kenny Lou Crochet. If you don't know me, if you haven't seen one of my videos, my name's Kim. Hello. I mainly talk about yarn and crochet. I am on my couch setup, which means I am doing an unboxing today. I am going to try and make this quick because we're having a heat wave in Michigan. It's like 95 degrees and this mask is hot. If you don't know me that well, I wear a mask because I do have some confidence issues and I'm not quite comfortable showing my whole face. The internet is a mean place, and yeah, I don't want people to be mean. So it's quite hot. Yeah, you'll probably see Bailey. She's my pit bull. She is laying on the floor right now because, like I said, it's hot, but she'll probably join us at some point. Yeah, so let's get this started. Today we have Quince & Co. I have ordered from them before. There was a flash second sale, so I got 50% off everything that I got, except for there's one yarn that wasn't 50% off. I'll tell you how much that was and why I got that. I've gotten it before, and I wanted more for a bigger project. So, but I'll tell you about it. It's my favorite yarn I think that I've ever touched. Besides some art yarn that I have that's like spun as art. I should show you that again one day. It's, if you are curious, that's in my it's in one of my bag a day mystery boxes, but it was like scrap yarn, so it'll say scrap yarn mystery box from bag a day, something like that. It's in that one if you wanted to see that one. So I guess here we go. I've had this for a bit because I've been waiting to do the video. I do not open these ahead of time. Sorry if you see my knees, it's hot. Gotta wear shorts. I do not open these ahead of time. I do open them on video. So, and I did check all my prices. Please don't add up everything that I bought and like shame me. I know what I spent, and I know what I spent, but you don't need to. So don't do the math. I don't need anyone else to know. So, yeah, I did an oops, but I really like Quince & Co. I think they're a subsidiary of, they're not an independent yarn company, which I don't really like so much. I think they're a subsidiary of, one of the big ones, like Your Inspiration, or, what one is it? You know what, now I want to know. Maybe if it doesn't say on one of these, then I will look it up. But I know it's a subsidiary. Now what they do have is they have all American grown, and by grown I mean the sheep that they have is all grown in America. The fleece that they use is grown in America. The cotton that they use is grown in America, in the US. And it is all spun and dyed in the US as well. So that does, besides giving US jobs, especially for family farmers, but also, you know, the operators, it also, if anyone's interested in the effects of shipping, it does lower the carbon footprint of the yarn itself because it doesn't have to go as far. Some of this yarn, might be grown in, I'm just using this as an example, I'm not saying any specific type, it might be grown in Peru, and then it might be spun in Turkey, and then it might be dyed in India before it ships. So it's flown across the world multiple times before it gets to you. So this, it about guaranteed is going to be, again, grown in one area, spun in another, dyed in another. But, and I can't say that this is for sure because it might all be done at the same place. I doubt it. But even that, it doesn't go as far. So it's not using as much gas. It's not using as much fuel and having to go on different, sorry. I bonked it. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay, yeah, sorry, I bonked it. So it's not needing to use as much fuel. It's not needing as much resources to get to you. So I do care about that. I try to be as environmentally friendly as I can while still, you know, like being a consumer, you know, of the world. And I'm especially bad because I don't shop in stores. I am legally blind and I have a lot of really bad anxiety issues. I don't leave my house very much, let alone go to stores where I buy stuff. Everything's shipped to me pretty much. Besides my groceries, but my kids pick those up for me. I don't even go to the store for that. So unfortunately. So I am bad about that. But I try really hard to be as conscious, even if I can't change everything that I'd like to, and be as eco-friendly as I'd like to, and purchase the way that I'd like to. I'd like to buy everything from small local businesses as much as I can. That's just not realistic in this day and age. And it's especially not realistic if you don't have abundance of money. Just a fact of life. But I try to be conscious with what I do and pick my battles and try not to guilt myself too much, because that's even worse. You're liable to just give up. Let me see. It says Quince & Co. is a division of Orchard Yarn and Thread Company. So if anyone knows what they're connected to, yeah, 613. These are all seconds. Besides the one yarn, we got a semi. Besides the one yarn I was telling you about that I'll show you, these are all seconds. That means that I don't get to pick the color. They're giving me what they want, whether it's an overstock, a color that's not quite right, something that's still usable, but just not, they don't want to sell it for full price because it doesn't meet their standards quite right. So it could be something wrong. Seconds, another thing that might be off is the weight. Usually it's over, not under, but sometimes it's under. So I got everything for half off because I did not pick the color, which I'm fine with. It's my vision. I can't see color anyway, so color doesn't really bother me that much. Ooh. And I did get 8 of everything except for the one that I told you, just because I wanted to be able to do bigger projects. I do have, last time I got from them was second sales too, so I'm going to get those out one of these days and put everything together and see what I can make. But I had wished last time that I had gotten more. And I'm just going to peek at this and just make sure that my numbers are right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 and 5. Yep. 8. Okay, so this does equal what I made my notes, but I made that off of my email receipt. So now sometimes, last time, not all of them had labels, but that's easy enough to figure out if you have a hard time, I guess. Okay, so this is Osprey. This is 100% American wool, 170 yards, 100 grams, hand wash cool, lay flat to dry. Cool, it can be washed. Grown, spun, dyed in USA. So this is really nice. It's got a really good squish. Let me see. Does it say Aran weight? Okay. So this is an Aran weight. It's a nice squish. This is going to be really good. I think this would be good for outerwear. This would be really good for outerwear or sweaters even, because it's got that squish that it doesn't have the chain spun, but it feels, you can feel like the airiness in there, which I really like. Okay, so I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to get all the same color for each one. I cannot guarantee that I will. Oh, no, we got different colors, but these, a lot of times they will do coordinating colors. This seems like it coordinates quite well. So I'm glad of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so this is cool. I'm not sure what colors we've got, but it looks like they coordinate to me. And it looks like we've got 2 different colors. I'm happy. I'm happy so far, and we're just at the beginning. So that was Osprey. And Osprey I got for $9 a piece. And that is for, I think, 100 grams? $9 for 100 grams. That's a pretty good deal, I think. I think that for all American made, I think is pretty good. These guys are smaller. These, I think, are all the same color as well, which again makes it easier to do a single project. Okay, what do we got here? We have Wimbrel. Wimbrel Texas Organic Cotton. Light, soft, and breathable, Wimbrel is now made from Texas Organic Cotton, founded in 1993. The Texas Organic Cotton Marketing Collective, where we source our upland cotton, was at the forefront of cooperative cotton production. By using rainfall rather than standard irrigation, their process saves water and yields a fine, multi-length cotton with a clean appearance and a soft hand. This cotton is spun and dyed to become our Wimbrel yarn. That's cool. I really like this. This is 180 yards, 100 grams, worsted weight, machine wash gentle, cold dry flat. Grown, spun, dyed in the U.S. Holy cow. Whew. Just need a little second. Okay. So that's cool. I really like this. This is 100. Wow. Yeah, so you can see this is the same. This is the same weight, but you can see the difference. Because this is cotton, it's not as fluffy. Now this wool is not scratchy, but it's not like, it's definitely soft, but it's not like, okay. It feels like wool, but it feels like a good quality wool. It's not too scratchy, but it's not like satin either at all. This cotton is a good cotton, but it's not going to be like a, oh, what are the really good cottons that I have? Oh my gosh. It's not going to be like the really, really good quality cottons, the Makos or the such. It's not going to be like that, but it's also not going to be a, Lily and Cream or whatever they're called. Not even close. I got to check my battery really quick. Oh, come on. Oh, let me pause it. Okay, sorry about that. My phone was gonna die. I was at 2%. So I wanted to tell you how much yardage I have for each of these. And I had to take a minute with the mask off. Okay, so this is 170 yards. I got 8 of these. This is gonna be 8, 950, what is it? 30, 8, 16, 24, 24, like 1,500, something like that, I think. 240. Hold on. 2 times 8, 16, minus 240, 14, 1360, if I did that right. That's 170 yards times 8, 640. Boom. So this will be good for, I could do like a vest. A vest would be cute with this. I could do a really nice hat, gloves, scarf combo, which actually I think that would be really cute. I might even be able to get a couple of them in. Might even be able to do some sort of like reversible hat to go with it. That could be cute. Okay, and then I think that might be really cute actually. And then this is the Wimbrel, 180 yards. 180 yards. That's 1,600. The last one was 1,340. I said that wrong. 180 yards. 2 times 8. That's 160. My brain is not working. That's gonna be 1420. 1420, 1,420 yards. I could probably do some sort of, if I did it right, maybe like some sort of sundress, but like a shorter one. If it was short sleeves and it was a shorter skirt, I could do something like that. Or I could do a longer skirt would be cute with this because it's cotton. It's gonna be really durable. It's gonna wear well. And what I was saying is Mako cotton, things like that, it's really soft. Now this is soft. This is very, very, very wearable. I would never use this for like sponges and kitchen gear and stuff. I think that this is for sure gonna be wearables, but I can do something big with it because I've got so much yardage in here. So I like that, and I like that it seems to be one color. Next we have, did I say how much that one was? I did not. That was Puffin. So, was that? No, Wimbrel. Wimbrel is $8 a piece. Which is a little expensive for cotton, but it is organic. And the Osprey was $9 a piece. It's a little bit expensive for cotton, but it is organic cotton. It is, again, American grown, spun, and dyed. So, oh, this is nice and soft. Oh, this is Puffin, 100% American wool, once again. 112 yards, 100 grams. Okay, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84. So that's going to be 684 yards. Yeah. 684 yards. Okay. This says hand wash cool. It doesn't say. This is going to be like a little bit bigger than an Aran, so this is going to be a 5, I would say. It's about the same softness as this, but this is a little bit more squishy, more this is a little bit more wool-like, so a little not quite as processed feeling, a little bit more, I don't want to say hay-like, but a little bit more wool-like. So you get the coarser is what I'm looking for. I'm sure it's a different type of wool from a different type of sheep. Now, if you wanted to go online to see the difference between all the different kinds, go to Quince & Co. This, like I said, is about a 5, so it's gonna crochet or knit up faster. This is Puffin. Puffin is $10 a piece. This is the most expensive that I've bought. But again, this is 100 grams, 112 yards, which the smaller yardage is because it is smaller. I think this would be a gorgeous, gorgeous vest. Or, again, outerwear. Hat, glove, scarf combo. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I like that this is a darker color. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's these guys. All right, what do we have next? Next we have Owlet. This is 50% American wool, 50% alpaca. Now it doesn't have, yeah, it does. I was lying. I can feel the alpaca in there, that softness, that should have a little bit of a halo. You might be able to see that. Maybe. It's gonna have a little bit more because it's alpaca and it's gonna be a little bit softer. It's got that squish of it. This says Owlet. This is 240 yards. This is 50 grams. That's why it's, okay. Spun and dyed in USA. Lace weight. Yep, this one is going to be thinner. Now this would be good for like, you could do like, hold on. You could do a really cool wrap if you were doing like a winter wedding or something like that with it. You could do, again, outerwear. Wool does really good with outerwear. Now, like some sort of nice top would be really nice with this. Now these are only 50 grams. The outlet, $7 a piece. So this actually ends up being the most expensive because it is 50 grams. But it's 240 yards for each one. I'm not going to do that math because I can't. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'll do something fun with it. I don't know what yet. Maybe I'll do like a kid's sweater. Something. If I did like a kid's sweater, I could do something with not braids. What's it? With like cables. I think that with the small stitch, it would take a really long time because it is lace weight. But I bet you it would give really, really good definition. I bet you I could do a really cute Christmas sweater with that. This is Lark, 100% American wool. 50 grams, 134 yards, worsted weight. So this is like 3 plus, 4 minus versus Aran. Aran is a little bit thicker than worsted. Worsted's a 4. Put that thick. So, what did I say this was? Lark. Lark is $6 a piece, but again, 50 grams. Lark, 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 Lark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is in multiple colors. I can't tell if it's 2 or 3 colors. But I'll do something fun with this. This is, I could do like hats with this. It'll be warm because it is the wool. And I betcha I could do something fun. Yeah, it'll be something fun for sure. I don't know if the colors go together, if I would do stripes, or if I would just do solid colors, or if I would do reversible or something like that. I don't know. I would have to have someone let me know what colors they are. But I like it. It's got good squish. It has good squish. I like that. It's soft. It's more like that first. It's less like this, where this one has more of the wool feeling, and it's more like this, that it's a little bit softer, a little nicer feeling. But this is probably warmer, honestly. And now, okay, so this is my favorite. I already have 3 of these. I got 5 more. This is the Arapawa. Okay, so this is undyed. This is expensive. This is $10.80. So it is the most expensive one I got. $10.80 per hank. This is a 50-gram hank. Now, this gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. It is so soft and it's so squishy. And it's just, it feels almost like it would be memory foam. Like you squish it and it would like stay. I know it doesn't, but it feels so nice. I want to tell you a little bit about this, because this Arapawa is my favorite yarn that I've ever held. This is worsted weight, approximately 111 yards, 50 gram skeins. Fiber was gotten in New Zealand, spun in Massachusetts, care, hand wash, cool, lay flat to dry. Okay, so this is not American wool. You cannot get this anywhere but in New Zealand. It's from a specific type of sheep, and they're free range now. So I'm going to tell you about them. Arapawa are native to a small island of the same name off the coast of New Zealand. The sheep are merino related and were abandoned long ago by a whaling ship, or, rumor has it, by Captain Cook. Left to their own devices, they evolved into a hardy, feral breed, even shedding their fleece in warmer weather, as do other primitive sheep. They have curling horns and are sometimes spotted. They come in rich shades of brown, black, gray, and creamy white. We've taken advantage of the natural color variation and blended fleeces to make a warm, brown, tweedy yarn. Arapawa wool is unusually soft, with a dry and almost weightless, lofty hand. It almost feels like a cable spun, or not, like a chain spun. It almost feels like a chain spun it's so nice. It feels so amazing. It's not chain spun. It's just has such, I just love it. I just love it so much. And I didn't have quite enough yarn to do with it what I wanted. And I don't know exactly what I want done with it yet. But I wanted more. And it was still on sale for $10.80. I think it's usually like $18. I think it's usually like $18 per hank, which is expensive. It is expensive. And I would normally never spend that, especially for a 50-gram hank. But this is my favorite. I wanted to read more of the tag because this looks different than the other ones. This is Stonewool Arapawa, modern yarn from heirloom sheep. The stonewool.co. I might have to look that up. Natural undyed. Okay. So there's these. And so I wanted to tell you a little bit about sheep. So that this is a little bit about crossbreeding sheep. What modern, and by modern I say 1400 and above modern. That's the year. They have taken a crossbreeding sheep. What sheep used to do is they would, like if you think of like huskies and dogs and things, how they shed their fur, their coat in the summer, in the spring, so that they'll be cooler, and then they would pack it on in the winter. Well, sheep used to do that. And people, primitive knitters, crocheters, fiber workers making clothing, they used to pick up that fluff off the ground. And they would make with that. They did not shear the sheep like we do now. Once they were able to crossbreed the sheep so that they would not, oh my gosh, not lose their, what's it called? Molt? Not molt. Molt is birds. Not shed. They crossbred them so that they wouldn't shed anymore. That way they would keep the fleece, their winter coat on, and not start shedding it until the humans wanted to come and take it off of them and shear them for the summer. That way they could get it all at one time. It would take less work. You don't have to go hunting and pecking through the grass for little bits of fluff. They could get it all done at once. They would lose less wool, and it would be easier. If you do it all at once, it's more effective to do it like that. So they crossbred sheep to do that. The Arapawa, they don't do that. Feral sheep breeds that haven't been crossbred, you know, you get one that doesn't do that. For that sheep, it's a bad thing. They're not shedding like they're supposed to. They're not losing their winter coat. They're going to be hotter in the summer. It's not going to be good for them. Ones that are feral, that are not domesticated, and they're not being raised by humans, they're better off to shed. So, sorry, it's hot, and I don't know if you guys got that, but that, in case you were wondering, is how humans became sheep shearers, how they figured out how to keep sheep from shedding their winter coats until humans wanted to take it off them all at once. So it makes it, that's one reason that the Arapawa is more expensive. Another reason is because they're not domesticated. They are a feral breed. And because they're heirloom sheep, excuse me, I'm sure that there are rules. I would have to look into New Zealand farming laws to know for sure, but I would assume that it has to be scrounged off of the ground and collected that way versus sheared. You cannot shear a whole flock of feral sheep. It's not going to work out for you. You're not going to like doing it. They're not going to like doing it, and it's just going to cause all kinds of problems. So, yeah, maybe one day I will look into the herding laws and farming laws of New Zealand to find out how this wool is procured. These are just my random these are my random things that I like to study. I'm like, let's check out New Zealand's farming laws. But I probably will, just so that I know a little bit more about it. So that's my little drop of knowledge. If you enjoyed this, let me know what you think about this, about Quince & Co. And if you like them, if anything stood out to you. Did you guys see that flash second sale? And if you didn't, are you mad at me that I didn't let you know about it? Because I can start doing that if you would like me to. I don't want to be a yarn enabler and make you guys spend all your money like I spend all mine. But if you want to know, if you'd like me to let you know about these things, I can certainly start doing so. Give me a comment in the comments. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this if you feel like it, and if you don't like this, then why are you still watching? Try not to get too hot. It's hot. Stay cool.